Hey folks, doing? Hero of None here with your Mundus Minute on June 5th, 2020. News, luxury merchant, and gold merchant stuff, all in a few minutes. So first up in the news, Greymoor has been released on PC. However, the console release has been pushed back to June 10th, out of respect for George Fjord's funeral service on June 9th. The update to the patch will be that morning at 10 p.m. and will last for about 7 hours, and patch notes will not be published to the maintenance. We should see the Greymoor release the next day on June 10th. Also regarding the PC Greymoor launch here, there's an update on the launch performance and some of the other issues that they faced during the PC launch. That's up on the forums at elderscrollsonline.com. I'm going to put that down below, but it kind of covers over some of the fixes they put in, some of the changes that were part of the update that got kind of slid to the back because of other issues with the launch, and an explanation that they're now looking at analytics more closely because everything's been kind of, the minor issues have been fixed. The major issues like the lag and the persistence issues there are now being kind of looked at. All that will be put down below, and it's a bit of an interesting article to read through. Finally, Crown Store Showcase is up for June 2020, and I will put the link down below. There's a few nice items in there, a lot of Greymoor stuff, including a vampire outfit, several new pets, and unfortunately not the new vampire house, which I was hoping to see in this, but hopefully that's going to be coming up next month. Now, let's take a look at the luxury merchant and gold merchant stuff for this week. So first up, on the luxury merchant, we got this Azura plasma cage, column ulcerary, Necromancer brazier, Necromancer spire compact, and Necromancer spire huge. If you're planning to get that vampire house when it does come out, these are some things you might want to pick up, so do take a look at the luxury merchant if you want to get those. Now on the golden merchant today, you have an elegance necklace, which you can get out of Auradon. Spell damage, magicka, and when you use a light attack, you reduce your health, magicka, and stamina cost for your next active ability for 10%. When using a fully charged heavy attack, you increase your damage to the next direct damage by 2,610 against your first enemy you hit. These bonuses can only last for 2 seconds and are consumed upon use. I would really want to go for this, to be honest, at least enough for the gold. It's an interesting change that they made to this. I'm not sure if it's really going to be useful, though. If you did use it, you'd probably use it in non-CP PvP. Next up, Yggdrasil's necklace. Spell critical, magicka, spell damage, and adds 400 damage to your frost damage abilities. Would not get this. This probably would be used for PvP, if anything. But the 400 spell damage here, you're better off just going Numen Acolyte. This needs a buff, if anything, if you're going to get it. And ice damage for PvE stuff just doesn't work because the ice staff also taunts enemies, which you don't want to have happen. Much better off with a frost, with an inferno staff, or with a lightning staff. For 250k, Spider Cultist necklace, spell critical, max magicka, spell damage, and adds 450 spell damage to your destruction staff abilities. Again, another one I would not get. This only adds it to your destruction staff abilities. It's okay, but I definitely would go for your Numen Acolyte instead. Also, kind of look at this here. Similar stats in either case. But for some reason, one has 400, one has 450, and there's a lot fewer abilities that give frost damage in general. So yeah, just pass over both. And finally, trapping is invigoration. Stamina recovery, stamina recovery. When you cast an ability that costs resources while under 25% stamina, restore 1,100 or 11,350 stamina. That can occur once every 45 seconds. It's sort of like Warlock's Ring, except in a stamina form. Interesting, wouldn't recommend it, but I'm sure there's probably some builds out there using it. Maybe inside low CP campaigns again. Again, I would just skip this one though. you have other sets that are probably better for getting stamina back. For 100k, you can get Cross Pal Drones or Vokosa's Arm Caps. Both are very interesting. Vokosa's I probably would skip over unless you're a tank, and even a tank wouldn't use this that much. But in both cases, they're shoulders. Just gamble the keys away, guys. I would not recommend getting those directly. Anyways, I'm here with none. That's your Mundus Minute. See you all in Tamriel.